But we see Twitter users and Republican figures had intense reactions to the alleged whistleblower claims that the creepy Joe Biden administration intentionally mishandled the Hunter Biden investigation, the creepy Hunter Biden investigation. Fox News confirmed that the attorney Mark D. Litt penned a letter called for whistleblower privileges regarding his client, an IRS criminal supervisory agent, you know what I'm saying, the letter, you know what I'm saying, reads that the agent previously made legally protected disclosure, you know what I'm saying? So we see that still is ongoing on that, you know what I'm saying? We see civil rights activist slams concept of reparation and backlash can only uh, 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 benefit if white loses uh, mentality, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. But reparation should have nothing to do with a white mentality. It should have to do with the trueness and injustice that was done in its name, because like, you may owe some white people too. As to the shit y'all did to them in Europe, you know what I'm saying? You might owe them too. While you're busy talking about only black people. You know what I'm saying? Mentality, you know what I'm saying? But we see here, you know, in this bullshit, we see Alexandria hit Hall one day ago. Fox News, we see veteran Civil War rights activist Bob Woodson condemns the idea of reparations for the past slavery on an episode of Dr. Phil, suggesting that the anti-white mindset behind it is toxic for the black community. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Phil posts an episode on Tuesday where guests debated the morality and morality and practic, practically practicated tally practically, I don't understand. Well, I think it's practically, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying morality and practically giving reparations to black descendants of slavery in the United States. Woodson, the author of the Red and White and Black, Rescuing America History from the Revisionist and Race Hustle, you know what I'm saying, was one of his guests, and he slammed the very concept of reparations from a variety of angles. You know what I'm saying? When you go into slavery, it's much more complex than all white people were. It's much more complex than all white people were the oppressor. The black people were the victims, and the black people were the victims. He said, if you dissect it, you will find there were about 3,000 free black people who owned 12,000 slaves. You know what I'm saying? Black slaves. You know what I'm saying? The question is, do descendants of those free black people who own black slaves, do they pay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they pay. What are you talking about? Yeah, they gotta give it up too. You think we don't know that niggas on some bullshit too? And you owe us regardless of what the situation is. You can talk this jazz all you want, but we want our pay up for the shit you do, because like I said, you compensate every other group of people where you bombed their shit and did all kinds of shit for 40, 50 years and then turn around and help them rebuild off the taxpayers' dollars. So don't give me that bullshit. And one of them was the German War. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So don't give me that bullshit. Pay up the rest of the reparations and shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all got kinds of, every time, yeah, you're going to debate this right out of subject. But you ain't debating it past me. The people, the black people need their reparations, and you need to pay them Europeans that you slaughtered many years ago You know what I'm saying, in your bullshit campaign and fake religion. You know what I'm saying? And practically had them damn near in slavery too. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pay that king, you know what was gonna happen to you. What you call that? Starship, you know, world biggest rocket explodes. Who gives a flying crap? You know what I'm saying? We don't give a damn. We see the D's 14 House Demon Democrats join the GOP in blocking the DC policy accountability bill. You know what I'm saying? We see that's coming up. We see Mark Zuckerberg up there with his crazy behind, doing what he can. You know what I'm saying? And so on. You know? We see Wagner, whistleblower, fears he may not live until the morning. Imagine that. Excuse me. This is coming in by Allison, you look like Allison Quinn one day ago, the Daily Beast. You know what I'm saying? But we see Wagner, I guess that's the whistleblower, fears he may not live until the morning. Imagine that. For telling the truth. Okay. And you would tell me that the demon Democrats don't have some kind of dictator Luciferian grip on our country as they've been doing like Nixon used to do? That's all the demon Democrats ever did. Look at what Hillary Clinton did. Look what Nixon did. You know what I'm saying? Look what many of them did. You know, and then when they screw up and do the garbage they do or want to come do garbage, one of the places they come do that is in the Republican Party by crossing party lines. But we see former Russian convicted, you know what I'm saying, pardon after fighting for the Wagner group in the Ukraine said, you know what I'm saying, they say the mercenary group is now threatening his life after he publicly revealed details on war crimes. You know what I'm saying? But we see Azamat, whatever his name is, 41 told, you know what I'm saying, that the Galagu.net human rights group early this week that he had killed children on the order while serving in the group and also took part in killing hundreds of Ukrainian civilians in the invaded city of Bukamus or whatever. I wanted Russia and other nations to know the truth. He said, we were given the commands to clean up and destroy everyone. You know what I'm saying? Darva pointed the finger directly at Wagner founder, you know what I'm saying, look like Evgeny, or whatever his name is, you know what I'm saying, saying he had given the order to not let anyone out and destroy everyone. You know what I'm saying? The details of Dvorko, you know what I'm saying, describe slaughtering hundreds of civilians in the basement and recounting watching the executions of fellow fighters, you know what I'm saying, perceived to have betrayed the group. You know what I'm saying? He said the Ukraine prisoners of war were also executed, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately with a bayonet, you know what I'm saying, and filmed on video. Another former inmate turned Wagner fighter, you know what I'm saying, I think Alexei or whatever his name is, told the Galagu, you know what I'm saying, .net, he blew up and burned to death dozens of Ukraine prisoners and fighters who refused to follow orders. You know what I'm saying? As we see. So now we see a lot of them hearing a lot of stories coming out about Ukraine and the atrocities in order to make it legitimate to destroy or go up against a nuclear nation like Russia and think that it's just going to be so easy. They're chomping us into a war that do not need to be. First of all, it didn't need to happen at all. And this would have not happened to whatever story they're trying to tell, or even have to tell whatever story they were telling. You know what I'm saying? The Decree Joe Biden and the Biden administration and the deep state itself in its apocalyptic overstanding and its garbage has caused this to happen. This is the fault of NATO and the creepy Joe Biden administration, you know what I'm saying, in the Carolina chief seat doing garbage. You know what I'm saying? But he said, another one coming in saying, on this one, what changed? Mr. Creepy Biden, McCarthy slams Creepy Joe Biden handing of the U.S. debt. Yeah, what debt? He gonna drive our country into the ground and break our pockets probably. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? And then we see another one coming and saying, just so we're clear, Donald Trump calling, you know what I'm saying, black prosecutor racist in black, it's black racist. No, it's not. Donald Trump calling your black ass a racist, Alan Nutcase brags. It's true. Because there was a lot of black people, like I just read in the other story, where the man was saying there was a lot of black people, you know what I'm saying, that owned slaves. You know what I'm saying? During even the slavery time of the black American slave trade with Africans and shit like that, he said there were many freed ones that, you know, many freed black people, over 300 something or whatever, freed black people that owns black slaves. So that tells you, you know what I'm saying, exactly what side his creepy ass is on. You know what I'm saying? But we see appellate court holds House interview with ex-Trump prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? We see CDC didn't say it gave out deadly COVID recent in red states. Oh, well, good for them. You know what I'm saying? But we see corrupt, creepy Biden family faces social media backlash after creepy Hunter Biden whistleblower accused them of helping to cover up the situation. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, coming by Eric Johnson 7 hours ago Eastern Standard Time off the OK magazine. You know what I'm saying? But we see creepy Biden was found themselves in hot water with the Republican politicians and other conservative social media users after the IRS whistleblower claimed that, you know, the prestigious family, they ain't know nothing prestigious about them, the creepy, you know, family had been, you know, working to help cover up creepy Hunter Biden alleged tax crimes. And this other nutcase here, this I don't know who this nutcase is, you know what I'm saying, that they have up here, but it said with judge like these, you know what I'm saying, and I don't understand how she became a judge who needs to bother with a defense attorney. You know what I'm saying? But we see Brown Supreme Court judge, you know, Natalia, whatever, so probably, I don't know where she from, Africa or Haiti or whatever, but she sounds like, you know, push for, you know, the elevation to the appellate division first department, appellate division first department. We have 2 words, hell no. And guess what? I have 2 words too, hell fucking no. Which is probably more than 2, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have pointed her to nothing. What I would do is vote her, keep her where she at, and then vote her out, probably. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't no more than a bully, dummy, idiot clown. Another one they put in that position. You know what I'm saying? We see James Comer update on GOP probe into the pre-Joe Biden business dealing is weak source. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you know what I'm saying? This is coming about Ron Dicker one day ago, you know, Huff, you know what I'm saying, Huff Post. You know what I'm saying?